What's going on, everyone? My name's Liam Neild. I'm a die-hard Manchester United fan, and I decided this season I'm going to take my fandom to the next level. Really not for any particular reason other than I have a lot of opinions about Manchester United, but I'm going to do a weekly review of every Manchester United game, hopefully for the whole season, maybe only until I sort of run out of steam and maybe college gets a bit extreme. Now, obviously, I'm already a couple of games late to this. Did have a bit of a hectic schedule as far as moving into Appalachian State University, which is where I'm at now. But now that I'm settled in, I'm definitely ready to sort of backtrack a bit and talk about the first couple of games of the season. Today I'm going to be covering the season opener, not only for Manchester United, but for the entire Barclays Premier League. So much hype going into this season, of course, for me just as a football fan as well as a United fan. Lots of exciting stuff, some big signings for United, some big departures as well, like Angel Di Maria. That was one that really knocked me for six. I would not have thought he was going to leave at the start of the summer, but that's football for you. But let's hop right in. The first game, of course, was Manchester United 1 at Tottenham Hotspur 0. It was a cracking result, even if it wasn't a cracking game. I actually got up at the crack of dawn, living here on the east coast of the USA. The early game starts for us at about 7:45 in the morning, so I got myself up, despite having only gone to bed a few hours before I was a true fan. I got myself up in the morning, donned my United shirt, and watched one of the most boring games of football I've ever seen in my life. It was awful, and I guess you can really just attribute that to a lack of match fitness, maybe for everybody on the pitch there, from United and Spurs players, but also just a real caginess. Obviously, it's a big encounter for so early on in the season. You sort of want to start your season if you're aspiring for the title or top four like Man United and Spurs are. You sort of want to start your season off with a mid to lower table team to get your eye in, but starting off with a clash that, if it was later on in the season, could potentially have big ramifications for the race for Champions League football. I think it really did put people off a bit, and we got the job done. It wasn't pretty. I thought Spurs carried most of the attacking impetus. I thought Christian Eriksen looked very bright. I thought Harry Kane also still looks very good. I mean, I know he hasn't scored yet, but I think people jumping on his case a bit quickly, just as quickly as they were jumping on his bandwagon last season. So I think he's doing very well. I think Spurs created lots of opportunities. I was very I was very scared that Man United were going to concede a goal, especially late on in the game. But to talk about the goal itself that we scored, I mean, you can say we scored it. It went in the right net, but it came off the foot of Kyle Walker, one of the most comical opening goals to a season I can remember. Wayne Rooney, I don't know what he was doing. He should have just smashed it first time after Ashley Young squared the ball for him, but Kyle Walker did the rest for him, and he got a bit lucky. But ultimately, football's a game of luck sometimes, and we got the goal, and then we were lucky enough to have an able deputy to David De Gea in the net, in Sergio Romero. I thought he really had a strong showing in his first appearance in a Manchester United shirt. Bit worrying that Louis van Gaal didn't really have the confidence in David De Gea's mind state to play him today. I know Van Gaal is a very hard line. If your mind is not in the right place, if you're not psychologically prepared, then you shouldn't be playing. And I can understand that, but come on, David De Gea is one of the best footballers in the world, and we need to have him in nets if he's fit. And hopefully he will stay here at least for this season, so we can, really make a push for the title with a really strong team. Him aside, I thought Chris Smalling had a fantastic game. He was my man of the match today. He made some incredible tackles, especially late on in the game, in and around the penalty box where, a wrong foot here or there is going to result in a penalty and maybe even a red card. I thought he was an absolute colossus, as I've heard other people call him. He's really matured, I think, since that red card he got at Man City last season. I think he really bucked his ideas up, and I think Van Gaal has been a great mentor for him. Like I said, Wayne Rooney didn't have the best of games. He really should have scored the goal. He should have buried it as soon as we got the chance, but the fact that the ball went in anyway, he sort of gets away with it. It really wasn't a great match, like I mentioned before, but ultimately it's these kind of results, when you're not playing very well, when you're playing against a team who maybe isn't on best form, but is still pushing you and pressing you and has the ability to open you up like Spurs do with creative talents like Eriksen and Kane. To get the result and to get the clean sheet was just massive early in the season compared to how we did last season. Especially at the start, where we had some terrible results against some teams that we really should have been getting results against. I think the results what counts. The clean sheet is important, and as far as that goes, I'm very happy. Moving forward, obviously, I hope that we can get a bit more style into our play. I hope we can create more chances and we can maybe dominate games a bit more than we did today. But at this stage, I'll take 3 points. I'll take a scrappy 1-0 every week until September or October, which is when I'm really going to hope to see some improvements. But if you ask me, I'd take a 1-0 in every match all season if that means that we win the title. So good game. Leave a comment below if you're watching. I doubt anybody's going to be watching this, but if you have anything to say, go ahead and let me know. I'll respond. Yeah, this is your MU review for week 1 of the Premier League, coming a few weeks late, and I'll be back with some more videos after this. See you later.